Alright guys, look at the sunset. Let's enjoy it.
What's going on, everybody? Right now is actually the last night of our trip, but we're kind of going to do a little bit of a recap. We wanted to just, give a little extra info about where we were, what we did, for anyone else who might want to do it themselves. So, strap in, enjoy, come along with us on our adventure to Cape Breton Island. So we didn't even start the video yet for this trip, and we've got a visitor at camp. Oh man, what an intro. I wonder what his name is. We're here cooking some dinner, and this little guy came up to say hello, get some free food.
Wait, come back.
Hi, bud. Oh God. Oh, you're so dirty. He's so dirty. So the goal for this trip was to make it to Meat Cove in Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia. And at Cape Breton Island, we are going to meet up with a couple of our friends, Chris and Diana. They have an awesome Land Cruiser 200 series that you guys are going to see. We're going to do a little exploration of Cape Breton Island, do a little camping, and then make our way back. So first night, stayed at a hip camp called Purgatory Valley Farm, and here's a little footage of what we saw.
So when we got to camp last night, saw one goat, just one goat, and it was pretty neat. And we woke up around 7 a.m. to a few roosters, and we wake up to this.
There are so many birds.
So funny they're coming over here. So guys,
where are we at?
we're in Massachusetts, currently being overwhelmed with a few birds, as you can see. Don't worry, we didn't cook any of them yet, but we are heading up to Canada, hit up some trails, meet some people over there, make some memories, and we're gonna take you guys along with us. Let's go.
Let him turn around. Oh, he's trying to suckle.
That ain't gonna work, buddy.
No.
Look, there's a chicken trying to go in my truck.
No, stop trying to.
Trying to cook breakfast, and this dude keeps chewing on my shorts. I don't have anything for you. Ow, he headbutted me. Excuse me.
So we are heading on a 6-hour journey. We're gonna hit up Maine, and after that, we're on our way to Nova Scotia, Cape Breton.
Just got to our spot here in Maine. Really cool spot. Can't see much right now, but we're right up here on this little cliff overlooking the water. Get some better shots in the morning. But for now, time to set up camp, make some dinner.
Chef Tyler. Chef it up.
And we're looking at about 9 hours in the morning driving, and we're gonna meet up with our friends Chris and Diana with their sweet Land Cruiser. Then we'll have the whole crew together. We'll be doing some wheeling, we'll be doing some exploring up in Cape Breton Island. Pretty exciting stuff. What do you say, Madeline?
I don't know what to say, but I'm very cozy, and I can't wait for dinner.
Addie's cozy and she can't wait for dinner. Very good. Perfect.
Yeah.
sleep, man?
I slept pretty good. Beautiful view this morning. Finally get to see what we were talking about yesterday.
So we find out this is the bay. So salt water for any of you fishermen out there that want to check this out.
Did a quick scan of the shore down there. Didn't see any moose or anything like that, but we're gonna keep our eyes open this morning. Hopefully you see something.
Oh yeah. Now we're waiting for some fresh coffee.
So, spent the night here, hung out a little bit, and the next morning met our way across the border and started our long trek through Nova Scotia and up to Cape Breton.
Border crossing was not bad. It was easy. There's probably only 3 cars on that line. We were in and out maybe 10, 15 minutes. After that, it was about a 6-7 hour drive.
I think it was more. I think it was closer to 9. Yeah, it was a long day. How many people can say they can drive their Jeep Cherokee while watching Queer Eye? Let's go.
Nova Scotia, beautiful scenic roads. It was probably one of the best trips ever taken.
You know, we're from New York, it's really hilly. Out in Nova Scotia, it's super flat. You can see like miles and miles and miles. Like the forests are gorgeous. As we headed up and as we crossed the bridge into Cape Breton, at that point the day got pretty nasty, rainy, overcast. The fog really started rolling in, and much of the beautiful views that Cape Breton is known for were hidden from us at that point. So we spent a lot of time driving around up and down these mountain roads, around these curves, and really couldn't see anything, which at first was kind of disappointing, but overall it was actually kind of special in its own way, just experiencing the mountain and the mist and the fog, and it was really beautiful.
That was pretty epic.
The coolest part was when we were about probably 20 minutes away from our campsite, we actually got a chance to see a moose. We were way up on top of one of the roads in the Cape Breton Highlands, and a moose came out from the mist. Very low visibility. It was a super cool thing to see. Walked across the road, disappeared back into the trees again.
Almost looked like it wasn't even real.
Yeah,
amazing.
It was super cool.
Yeah.
And after that, we made our way back down the mountain and stopped at our first campsite where we met up with our friends, and this was definitely the coolest campsite we had the whole trip.
Sick. Freaking sick.
Whiskeys.
Oh yeah.
We can do picklebacks.
I got pickle chip. Excuse me? You gotta get me drunk before you do. Oh, my back. Oh, are you recording now?
Yeah,
Oh.
It's the power of editing. I'll get rid of what you just said.
What's up, guys? We made it to, I forgot already where I'm at. We made it. We're in Nova Scotia, Cape Breton Island. It was an adventurous day. 8 hours on the road. What was it, like 800 kilometers, something like that, from our last campsite. We made it though. We made up in this beautiful campsite. We met up our friend, Chris Diana. You can't see down there. Yeah. The rig, the Pearl 200.
Yeah, we'll get a walk around to that bad boy tomorrow.
She's a view. As you can see, we set up camp, ready for a fire, ready for a meal, ready for a drink.
Now show them the crazy part.
Oh, come on. Can they see the clip? Can you see
Probably
the clip?
not.
Jesus, that's scary.
It is kind of scary, huh?
Oh my God. This is amazing. I don't know if you guys can see it, but we're high up there, right over the ocean.
We'll show this again in the morning. So
Yes.
More Oreos?
we have a time lapse of going up the mountain. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what we saw up there?
You guys want to know about this, not about the time lapse. Can I open this?
Sure.
Sweet. So we did a time lapse, and did you capture the moose?
It's in the time lapse.
You guys are gonna see
I'll try to pause the screen so they can see it.
you might see a moose, or we might have been tired. It was a ghost, a spirit. We don't know.
We don't know. It was misty. It was foggy. It was very spooky up there.
Yeah, you guys let us know what you think we saw. But it was a great trip. Great ride up here. Visibility was probably 100 feet in front of us. Couldn't see anything past that. There was maybe one other person on the road. Definitely recommend you guys come here. It was beautiful, just beautiful.
Well, we haven't even seen anything yet.
Mm-hmm. That was in the dark. Imagine in the daytime. It's gonna be amazing.
It's traveling cheaply. I like to put it.
I think I said 8 minutes, right?
Yeah.
All right, Chris, tell us what's cooking here, baby.
So we have a Cuban sandwich right now and a El Cheapo cast iron sandwich maker. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, this is our 4th one making.
Yeah. I think
In the making,
we
so-
finally got it figured out.
Yeah, I think we have the recipe dialed in. So
Yeah.
you're gonna be the
You're-
taste tester.
Yeah, the taste tester.
Organize all this stuff because I don't like it here. So guys, if you're interested in some stuff to bring with you when you're overlanding, off-roading, or whatever you want to call this, camping, this is some cool stuff that has definitely saved us a few times. This guy right here, it's kind of like an epoxy tape.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored at all, but if they want to contact us and get us started, that'd be great. Oh shoot, it's kind of tight. Well, you can see it's almost kind of like regular tape that actually turns into an epoxy when you pour warm water over it, or you know, you put it in a cup, pour warm water, and you can use this for anything you could imagine. We stopped a leak with Tyler's power steering pump and brought us home from North Carolina, a 9-hour drive. Worked fine. And just last week we had a radiator blow in a Toyota Tacoma, and this bad boy right here is what got him out. This is JB Weld high heat, but what I used to use was quick steel. I'm trying this one. All it is a putty. It's epoxy. It is 2 parts, so in the center is the hardening agent and the outer is the actual putty. You knead it together and it starts getting hard, and you could patch anything you think would, you know, needs patching. And this is just, of course, epoxy. And this right here, you guys know what this is, Gorilla Tape. Half of this Jeep is being held with this, so it works. And my new tool that got our friend Dylan out of a punch are these bad boys. Oh yeah. So we use these either for, you know, you want to prevent the radiator fluid coming out from the hoses when you're doing work, bam, or when you break a brake line and you want to run 3 brakes, which we don't recommend, but it's good to pinch that line off and get on your merry way. Those are some of the stuff that I bring.
Oh god, my thing is strobing. I can't turn it off. Yeah, that site was awesome. Right on the cliff. You could hear the ocean slapping up against the cliffs. And the best part about it was, even though we were on the water, there was no wind. I think just like the shape of the cliff kind of shielded the site from the wind coming off the ocean. Super cool. Obviously, when we got there, we really couldn't see much. But the next morning, everything was bright and clear, and we could see everything was amazing. Instead of a goat visiting us today, we've got a couple pups. Where's he going? Hi, buddy. Oh, easy. Alright guys, so we were talking yesterday about the view. Here it is. Check this out. Not too bad. Beautiful. Alright, check this out. We just spotted a leopard seal. Right down there. Look at this guy. Oh man. Is he still down there? Yeah, something's over there.
Something.
Will it give a live preview through the lens? Or through the
Maybe,
screen?
but it's so shaky.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, I think I got him.
way down there. They're hanging out.
It's the height. So the itinerary for day 2 was first we were going to head up into the Cape Breton Highlands and go on a hike. This trail was awesome. It was only probably like a mile hike.
2 miles.
It was 2 miles. Yeah. Didn't even seem like 2 miles. It was really short. Hiked through pretty dense wilderness. The whole trail was really mushy. That was kind of the first. One of the first nice weekends up there.
I'm pretty sure it was, due to there was still snow on the ground, so
yeah,
everything's still kind of wet and whatnot. But regardless of that, it was pretty dense. So, definitely come with long sleeves, pants,
long sleeve pants,
thick spray,
waterproof shoes because the whole trail was basically like a washout.
Yeah,
it was full of water and moose droppings and everything else.
Rubbing against all the trees, getting sapped. So.
They're up there.
That's moose scat.
Moose poop?
It looks like those little bean toys.
Yeah.
Remember we collect them all?
Oh. Is that
Oh. Here's another one. So it's on. So the moose is walking on the same trail we are.
I guess so. He's coming along. Oh gosh. Oh no.
You all right?
Don't step there.
Once you get out of that trail, it opens up and you find yourself out on a ridge up on top of the mountain overlooking the ocean. Absolutely incredible view. Super windy, almost like scary windy, like you feel like you're gonna get blown off of the side.
You do feel a little push, yes.
Yeah. But the view is super cool. We took some pictures. We were gonna fly the drone, but it was just way too windy to get up there with that. Yeah, we didn't spend too long up there. We were gonna eat lunch up on the ridge, but the wind just made it impossible. So we kind of hiked back a little bit, had some lunch, and then headed back to the cars. Got some cool footage of us driving back down the mountain. The road up there wasn't anything crazy. It was pretty rocky,
Forest road
unmaintained
style.
forest road. Yeah. Some deep potholes, but anyone with a all-wheel drive car could get up there. Yeah. Saw some wild hares up at the top of the mountain too. Those were really cool, really large, which I wasn't expecting. And then the next step was to head down the mountain and head to Meat Cove. Meat Cove was kind of the ultimate destination for the trip. That was really pretty much like the northernmost point of Cape Breton Island. And we headed down there and it was just absolutely incredible. The weather was beautiful. There was a little wind. We got a chance to walk up and down the beach. The sound of the waves against the cliff when you're on the beach is just absolutely incredible. I stopped and took some audio of the waves so you guys can hear. It's just so amazing. So I'll stick that in here now.
We're walking over here. Just want you guys to hear the sound of these waves off the rocks. It is just absolutely amazing.
considered camping there. Ultimately, we didn't. In retrospect, due to what you're about to see, it would have been amazing had we camped there and not where we ended up camping. But, you know, we all make mistakes. So step 3 of that day was heading to Lowland Cove. If you look up Lowland Cove on a map, you'll notice it's near Meat Cove. However, there's no road or even trail shown to get there. So,
Wonder why.
right. Trail is a strong word. We were given instructions on how to get here from a local. I think Chris and this person had spoken on a forum when he was planning out our route, and we found the trail to get there very easily. What we hadn't really known or considered was that this was really one of the first nice weather weekends up there since winter has ended. And we were the very first people to go down this trail in probably, you know, close to 8 months, if I had to guess. Because of that, the trail was just an absolute nightmare. Trail started easy enough.
It's like an hour in before we hit any obstacle.
And for reference, this was supposed to be a 4-mile trail to get there, which obviously is, you know, a couple hours for a decent trail. It's nothing crazy. So that's what we were expecting. We weren't expecting to hit, you know, down tree after down tree after down tree after down tree.
Deadfall everywhere.
Everywhere. I think throughout the night, you know, Chris with his and I gotta put a link to that saw that he has in the description because that thing is freaking awesome. Manual handsaw. He must have cut through, no joke, 25 trees by the time the night was over. It was tough. It was a lot of teamwork. You know, it started out easy enough. You know, morale was high, but anyone who's off-roaded knows that sometimes, you know, the fun of off-roading can quickly turn into, you know, not so fun times. So as the day went on, you know, we were lucky enough to be kind of on top of the mountain as sunset came, and we got a glimpse of that. The goal was to be down in the cove for sunset, which would have been absolutely incredible, but unfortunately, you know, it just took us so long to get through this trail the way it was.
There was also, besides Deadfall, there was also a few technical spots with rocks, and there was sort of a little, what would you call that? A little bridge with the water going under it.
Oh, that pipe. Yeah.
I guess
it doesn't look like much on the video, but
but
you know, it was super narrow. There's probably 3 or 4 spots that required spotting on that trail.
It was eroding. Every time a car passed by, some of the sides would start falling apart. So be aware of that. Get ready to pack rocks. Pinstripe, just get ready for that.
Yeah.
You know, Tyler we'll do a walk around of our cars tomorrow morning, and you'll see all the pinstriping. Mine's pretty bad because it's blue.
Yeah.
Tyler's getting away with it, but you know, definitely some trail damage, lost some armor.
And we were told this, you know, by the guy who told us about this trail, but he was not joking. And I would say 8 months of no one going through there, just general plant growth combined with, you know, the down trees and everything. It was serious, tight trail. It was hardly an ATV trail at a lot of spots. You know, we were just plowing through trees, getting through this trail. Most of the trail, Eric ended up just walking ahead and just cutting branches, clearing trees
for hours. One of us, I had to walk, just walk it because it just made no sense. Us stopping every 10 feet to hack down the tree. So I just went ahead and got ahead of it.
We gotta be
close to the end
of the trail here.
Actually, no, you go ahead, Maddie. I can walk this. Take a look. Oh man, some deep footprints here. That might be moose.
Woo. This is tight.
Tyler, when I looked up the tent, it looked good. No damage, not yet at least. It's got there. Wow, guys, look at the sunset. Let's enjoy it.
Oh my god, look at this.
Got here.
Look at the ocean. What a treat. This is amazing.
So, walking outside the car, going through all these fucking trails, all you hear is the scratches and the bangs.
Man, look at that sunset. Wow.
Guys, it looks like I'm going into Narnia right now. Holy smokes.
This is so awesome.
There's also a truck frame, a flipped over truck on the right side of me over here. It's, oh my god, there's wild horses, guys. We have wild horses.
Shut up. Ah, I love horses.
Guys, I will approach very slowly with my lights off, and I want to get my camera out, and I want to take some pictures.
Copy.
What?
Roger that. We'll go slow.
Guys, we had to hop out. There are wild horses. No way. What? Look at her face. She's so excited.
This is my souvenir. I want to bring one of these home.
It's fucking crazy, right?
It's so awesome.
Look at the wild horses. That's crazy. They're just grazing out on the trail. Sick.
The light colored one's a palomino. Oops, that one. Try to get the spots and then that one behind it. It's so beautiful. Part of the high grass is all gray, or this part of the white.
Go run, go run one.
Oh boy.
If you could break one in, maybe you could.
I'll hook one up to my winch.
Yeah.
Man, they are beautiful.
I just don't want to like scare them.
Look, we gotta get some.
Now, one awesome part before morale started to decline and the sun goes down. Everyone knows
4 hours in, yeah.
Once the sun goes down, things change when you're on the trail. But we were actually lucky enough to see some wild horses out there. I'll throw that footage in now. It was just absolutely awesome. Footage. After we left the horses and we continued, that's when things kind of continued to go downhill. In retrospect, the amount of trees and stuff we encountered before at this point, we should have really expected it to have gone this way. But I think in the back of everyone's mind was just, oh well, after this one, it might clear up and then we'll get there and it'll be easy and we'll get down. Yeah, and unfortunately that just was not the case at all. We fought through this trail for hours. I think we spent a total of 6 hours on this 4-mile trail. And it took a lot of teamwork. It took everyone's hands and eyes to just get in the truck, drive, stop, get out of the truck, clear trees, move the branch. We had to winch a couple trees that were really large. Yeah. And everyone's combined effort and everyone had a good attitude and we just kept at it and kept at it and kept at it because really there was no other choice. We had to keep going and ultimately we knew that we weren't going to let that trail beat us. We were going to get to the end. We were going to see Lowland Cove, which most people don't get to see ever unless you're out there on a lobster boat. Yeah, we just saw in the morning. Yeah. And I think just as everyone was really over this and starting to not lose hope, but just the fun had ended hours ago. We finally,
Way to put it.
we finally had a break in the trees, and it just opens up into this like incredible view of the ocean. And Lowland Cove is really like it's like a pasture out there almost. And you know, it's just like an incredible moment getting through that trail and like together and being victorious. We had a little bit of a fire, we ate, we drank. There were some cows.
Those are wild cows or bulls, we don't know. Just hanging out there. That's just crazy.
Can I see?
Friggin' cows now. Cows out there.
That's cow poop I'm seeing.
Man, maybe.
So cool.
We finally made it. And there's cows, and they're massive.
Sleep.
The plan for the next morning, because we were just so exhausted and like disheartened about the previous night, was to have a lazy morning and wake up slow and enjoy the views. And once again, Lowland Cove just didn't give it to us. The wind was absolutely crazy in the morning. Eric ended up sleeping inside his car. He closed up his roof tent.
Yeah, that thing was gonna blow away. There was no way.
Yeah.
There was no way.
It's one of those mornings where we woke up and everyone kind of collectively knew, all right, well, we got to get the hell out of here and just keep moving. So that's what we did. Packed up, hit the trail. At least we knew that, you know, a nice group of overlanders had cleared the entire thing the night before, and we were going to have a much easier time getting back up, which was true.
Did we really? I mean, we did get stuck a few times.
There was one tricky spot that Chris and I both ended up winching up because the obstacle itself wasn't that crazy, but it was on this sketchy angle with like a nasty mud pit, and every time you lost traction, you just slid farther and farther off camber, and it was just not
onto the edge.
Oh yeah, onto the edge. It wasn't a great spot. We were out of there in about, I don't know, an hour 45, 2 hours. And the trail was much better that morning than it was the night before. The destination for that night was a campsite we had reserved probably about a month ago. We didn't really look into it too much. We just wanted to get something on the books to make sure we had somewhere to stay. But we were so exhausted and didn't get to make breakfast even. We were like, you know what? Let's drive and let's stop at a restaurant and let's just, you know, experience some local food and be served instead of cooking for once. And it was really awesome. We found an awesome little restaurant. I don't think we even filmed that.
No.
We didn't, right?
No. It was, at this point, there was a lot we didn't film because we were so tired and you know. But we stopped at a great restaurant, spent the rest of the day kind of just exploring the east side of the island. Made our way all the way down to the campground.
We ended up finding what was that? Public land. It was like public land area, and it was not too far. It was probably like another 20-30 minutes from where we were originally going to stay at, and it was a great spot. It had a little waterfall. It was a short 10-minute hike, and we were just hanging out there. It was such a beautiful day. It was like 70 degrees.
Diana's hard work. Some curry chicken corn chowder, courtesy of Diana.
The chef
Yes.
in the flesh.
We got to hang out by the river. I fish. I did catch something. Tyler would insert here. I don't know if there's enough screen for you to see it, but. So we stayed there. We hung out there. It was such a great night. It was one of the first nights that it was over 50 degrees.
And then the next day, we all started on our journey home.
We had an extra day to camp because we didn't want to cannonball run this trip back home.
Yeah.
So right now we're back in Maine, another public land area, and we're next to a river. The moon's out. It's quiet. It's just another group here camping.
Drive home was really nice. Like,
oh yeah. And again, the border crossing was
easy.
Yeah.
Nice, beautiful sunset driving through Nova Scotia. We passed through a wildfire, which was pretty cool. Long story short, here we are at our campsite. Eric just cooked up this delicious steak, garlic bread, onions, asparagus. Really, it was all this food we had left over because Chris and Diana are such good cooks and kept cooking. And
Yeah.
Their setup and their everything was awesome.
Yeah, their attitude.
Great cook. So that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed and happy to take you along with us.
Crispy.
All right, see you on the next one.
Where are we going on the next one?
Oh man.
Guess we're gonna have to just wait and find out.
Come back to the next
Hell
Wait, if you're about it, like, subscribe.
You're like,